I did publish a video about me moving from Dubai to Canada back in 2018, and I would like to make a follow video about it. And it's been 5 years now. How has life been? How things have changed? Am I still happy that I live in Canada? And in this video, I will talk exactly those things. Hello everyone, this is Ricey, and this is Quest Canada. When I moved from Dubai to Canada in 2018, it took me 2 months and a half, almost 3 months, to land a job. And the first job that I had here was a downgrade from the kind of job that I held when I was in Dubai. When I was in Dubai, I was a branch manager for a German multinational company. I managed the Middle East, that's Oman, Qatar, Bahrain, KSA, and the African market. So that job entailed me to travel very often. And when I landed my first job here, it was with Irving Oil. I was an account representative. It was a major step down from the job title that I had when I was in Dubai. But that was absolutely okay with me. I was flexible to accept such position. That job entailed me to travel overseas as well. Anyway, and now fast forward to 2023, I hold a managerial job again with another Irving company. I am an account manager for an Irving company, and I manage the regional provinces of PEI, or the Prince Edward Islands, and New Brunswick. Before I left Dubai in 2018, I have already had my mind conditioned to buying a house here. Even before I left Dubai, I already was searching on the internet the kinds of houses available here in this province. And I landed in 2018, and then I bought my house, which is a simple one, in December 2018. So that's about 7 months after I landed. I bought my house at 125,000 Canadian dollars during the time, and it was absolutely freaking cheap, guys. It was absolutely freaking cheap. Right now, currently, the value of this house is about 260 to a maximum of 300,000 Canadian dollars. Now, another beautiful thing about it is that I paid cash for this house, and therefore the entire equity or ownership of this house is mine. If I decided to sell the house, I do not have any mortgage, I do not have any interest payments that I have to worry about. And the increased value of the house affected my net worth tremendously. There are pros and cons to the assessment value of the house as well, because it increased when the sale value of the house increased. The tax or the property tax of the house increased. As the first car that I owned here in Canada was a Mazda 3 sedan, which is a used car, or a used car that I bought back during the time. The overall price that I paid for the car was about 16,000 Canadian dollars, everything included, all the fees and the tax. Guys, here in New Brunswick, 15% tax on every single thing that you will buy, and therefore 16,000 was the overall value or cost of that car. I paid cash on that car, and about a month and a half ago, I upgraded finally to an SUV, which is a used Hyundai Tucson as well. And the overall cost of this car is 28,000 Canadian dollars. I paid cash for this car as well, and I traded my Mazda 3 on this car. So when I traded my car, I only paid about 22,000 in excess for this Hyundai Tucson. By the way, guys, if you want me to publish a video about the ins and outs and the specific details on how to buy a car here in New Brunswick, leave me a comment below. So since 2018, since I landed here in Canada, until this very moment, I have had 5 jobs here in Canada. The first one, which was with Irving Oil, I was laid off because of the COVID pandemic, and I left majority of the other jobs, and right now I am employed with another Irving company. And what's amazing is that all those time that I was out of job, that I left the companies or the other 3 companies really, I was totally sustained financially by the government of Canada, and that is what we call employment insurance. Employment insurance is a certain benefit that every permanent resident, citizen, or any legal status holder here in Canada have to pay for on every salary. And if the person loses his or her job, and which is not his or her fault, then the government of Canada jumps in with employment insurance. And right now I am on employment insurance again because I am on maternity leave, and this is another major development in my life, because about a month and a half ago I just gave birth to my beautiful baby. Her name is Levi, and I gave birth to her at the Moncton Hospital. This is another benefit that I wanted to talk to you in details, because when I gave birth at the Moncton Hospital, I was there for about 4 days, 4 or 5 days, and the entire time I did not spend any dime on anything. I had my operation. I gave birth on cesarean section. I had my own room. When I gave birth, I had to share a room with another couple. And Levi was diagnosed with a certain jaundice, but it was nothing serious really. And the sustenance or our food, Levi's milk, our room, linens, and everything else in between were all covered by the government. I did not have to spend any single cent on anything. And when I left the hospital, I just had to sign up certain documents saying that I'm leaving the hospital at that time, and off I went. It's an unusual, beautiful experience that I had. And this is a benefit that every single one of you should certainly experience. It's a beautiful thing really to have such a benefit here in Canada. And so if you are thinking of moving to Canada on study permit and you have no idea how to jumpstart your journey, you are absolutely welcome to visit our website. That's questcanadaca.com, or get in contact with us, info@questcanadaca.com, and we are certainly happy to guide you. So again, I am on maternity leave. I do not have to worry about leaving my job because I am protected by the law. The mother can leave the job for so long, for a year or a year and a half, and do not have to worry about losing the job, because the company cannot fire the person. It is the law here in Canada, and this is a stability factor wherein you can be pregnant, you can give birth, you do not have to worry about going back to work immediately after giving birth, because you are protected by the law. In general, I have to say that the last 5 years had been beautiful. It's been a beautiful experience. It is not perfect by any means at all. There's of course the hurdles, the bumps, and the hiccups in daily life, in the daily living, and that's normal. In general, though, I would say that I did make a great decision of moving from Dubai to Canada. And so what really is the essence of this video? The essence of this video is for you to know and truly understand that whatever I have achieved so far can be achieved by you, and so much more. You are capable of doing so much more. If you are in the Middle East, if you are in the Philippines, you are in Asia or in Africa, it doesn't matter. You can do so much more than I did. Anything and everything is possible here in Canada. You just have to dream it. And if you want to move to Canada, again, get in contact with us. That's info@questcanadaca.com.